Hello again, it's Suzanne Elizabeth, and today I am going to make you one of my favorite recipes of this autumn. It's one that I first discovered in Dory Greenspan's brilliant book, Around My French Table, and it's called a stuffed pumpkin, and in her recipe she used a large 2 to 3 pound pumpkin, which didn't work for me because I love these little individual sized pumpkins. I think they're just adorable, and the first time I actually tried her recipe I used a little white pumpkin that I just fell in love with and bought even before I had a recipe for. So this is just a regular little orange pumpkin that you get at the grocery store, nothing special here. But this is again one of those recipes that is done so quickly and into the oven that you will have plenty of time to enjoy spending time talking to your kids while it's cooking. They can be doing their homework while it's cooking, and you can be enjoying a glass of wine while it's cooking, so everybody's happy. It's a win-win situation. And because it's full of wonderful vegetables, it's another great way to get your kids to eat vegetables. Now, you're probably wondering, what does this taste like? The best way I can describe it is like the world's best stuffed potato. Only it's pumpkin, which I think is even better. So, I'm just going to clean out this inside, and I know I shouldn't be doing this. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this with a little more finesse. Here we go. So, we're just scraping out the seeds, and I suppose if you're really industrious, what you could do is toast the seeds and have little pumpkin seeds. I tried that once, and I just burnt the seeds. It was not a success. That's alright, because I'm not that crazy about roasted pumpkin seeds anyhow. But I'm crazy about stuffed pumpkin. So, there you go. That's literally the most time-consuming part of this whole endeavor. So I've cleaned out my pumpkin. Oops, forgot the top. So, clean out the top. Here we go again. And this is something that, you know, I say get the kids involved, because isn't this something they would enjoy? I bet they would. I like any opportunity to get other people involved in the kitchen because it brings a family together. You know, you're talking, you're laughing at me doing this. What I'm doing right now, by the way, is I had 2 slices of some rustic bread that I had in the freezer and defrosted. I bake my own bread. I love doing that, and I will show you how I've done that in another video. I use my own sourdough starter. Let me just digress for a moment and show you. This does not contain moonshine. This actually contains sourdough starter. So I have my own sourdough starter, and I use that to bake bread. And so this is some of the bread that I've baked, and all I've done here is cut it up into cubes. And what I'm going to do, we're going to stuff this pumpkin with bread, some lovely little cremini mushrooms that I just sauteed very quickly, and some frozen spinach that I literally just microwaved 5 minutes. And as you can see, a bountiful half cup of cheese that I've cubed, and you can use the cheese that you like. I like a little kick in my cheese, and so this is a cheddar, a white cheddar with chipotle peppers. Very nice. So here we go. We're just going to put a few little cubes in there, some spinach, mushrooms, and as you can see, I'm using my fingers and some cheese. And this is why this is something your children will love doing with you, because it involves play. You know, it really makes cooking fun, which is what cooking should be. You know, the best way to introduce healthy cooking to your family is to make it fun. Make it interesting. So, more cheese, more mushroom, and since I sauteed the mushrooms in butter, why not put that in there? That's just flavor. And some more spinach. And then we'll just top it with, we got three little cubes of cheese that we're hiding out there, and a few more cubes of bread. Now you're probably wondering, is that it, Suzanne? No, it's not. And okay, let's give this just a little quick twist of salt and pepper. And now, how to moisten this. Very simple. In Dory Greenspan's cookbook, she used heavy cream. You can use heavy cream, it's beautiful. You can also use half and half, and I'm willing to bet that you could probably even use milk. Whole milk probably would be best. The point is that you want to moisten, and this is a cup of half and half. You want to moisten the bread and give all of this a nice liquid, and I'm not even using all of it. And I just thought of something that would be very nice with that. If you've watched any of my other videos that involve anything green, you'll know that I love nutmeg. And so here you have nutmeg. And of course, if I'd been thinking, I would have put the nutmeg in the spinach earlier. But that's the joy of cooking, learning to be spontaneous and just going with the flow. Inspiration comes at any moment. So I'm giving this a little poke so that I get some of that nutmeg down in there with the rest of the spinach and the rest of the ingredients. And now we'll stuff a few more little pieces of bread and spinach. And I want my cheese on top so that when it melts, it's going to be beautiful. Now, the top goes on, my little gorgeous pumpkin. Give it a little squeeze. This gratin dish works beautifully. And then it's going to be popped in the oven at 350 for about an hour and a half. And what you want to do is the last 20 minutes, take the top off and put it to the side so that all of this, all the cheese that you have on top can melt, and it's just gorgeous. And you'll know when it's done when you poke it, and it's going to just be very soft, and your knife will go through the pumpkin very easily. Then it's done. Take it out, and to eat it, you can eat it just straight out of the pumpkin like that. You can mix the pumpkin meat, which will be nice and tender. You can mix that in with the rest of your ingredients, whatever you like. But I promise you, you will love it. Get your kids involved, they'll love it. It's a beautiful, elegant meal, and yet it's so tasty, so simple. And it's taken us all of 10 minutes to put it together, and now we're going to put it in the oven. And while it's cooking, there's always time for more wine. And the kids can do their homework here with you in the kitchen while you're enjoying a glass of wine, speaking with your spouse or your significant other or your friend, whoever. But learn to enjoy mealtime, learn to enjoy cooking, and I promise you, your family will love you even more than they love you now, which is probably impossible because you're a wonderful person. Have a great evening. Enjoy this stuffed pumpkin. It's, I promise you, the best thing you'll have this week or this month or this autumn. enjoy. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time in Suzanne Elizabeth's kitchen. Cheers!